Happy Sunday, everybody. I am here with you, and you are here with me, Kiara the Voice, and we are joined here together on a very intentional, impactful Sunday. It's the beginning of a new week and also the awakening of people in trauma, people in pain, expressing that pain, expressing that anger, expressing that trauma outwardly in order to be heard. These protests that we've been experiencing that started off in the recognition and the remembrance of George Floyd and us as people all together, realizing that this police brutality that us Black people seem to be at the helm of needs to stop and can no longer be something that is tolerated or allowed in this systematic injustice that has been set up for us as Black people to fall into can no longer be something that is kept in the back page of a book that many of us no longer seek our answers from. These amendments, I'm speaking mainly about the 13th Amendment, and Ava DuVernay did an amazing job at showing us, teaching us, and revealing to us the truth of the Black hurt and the Black pain that reigns deep in this country, that is written into this law, that is written into the corporations that are structured to protect and serve many, but really structured to capture and create a system of continuous slavery that already exists. It is here in our 13th Amendment that it says that once a Black man becomes a criminal, he is now a slave to the state. It is written in the 13th Amendment. It is written. There is no other race or ethnicity or social background that is written into our law as slaves once being convicted of a crime. Of course, they want to criminalize the actions that we do, though, so that we can stay enslaved. It's crazy to me that Ava put out this documentary at the beginning of Trump's presidency, and yet we have not seen action that calls for this proper amendment to be amended and for us to really look at how we are structured in this society so that we can be for the people. What I am seeing is a lot of pain, and for the first time I even experienced what it felt to have this deep hurt aroused, just standing and walking around downtown Los Angeles where I live, feeling and seeing the hurt, the despair, understanding that it is necessary, but also realizing that there are so many people who are involving themselves in us, our Black people's call to be heard, as we've been calling to be heard for so many years. For time and time again, we are always calling to be heard and understood. And when these allies and these forces come in that are saying they are assisting us, they're not allowing people to hear our voices. They're wanting people to hear their voices and hear their pain and hear their struggle, which comes from something else. It does not come from that same rooted, written law that is damning us and allowing them to do what they need to do in order to succeed in their lives. No one will ever understand our pain the same way until they understand and have the same fate, and they don't. We are the only ones that have that. Through these protests now, seeing all of these different races come together, yes, in helping, but some of them causing a lot of disturbance, some of them actually antagonizing and pushing other people forward to act out in rage. But if you know that there is more ways to express your anger, if you understand that there is more ways to express your energy, if you understand that there is more ways to be proactive about being solution oriented and really advocating what it is that we need changed, and then we can start to fall in alignment with what that is, then we need your help in doing that in a just way. Allow those people who are going to listen to you to actually hear you and be a voice of what it is we are willing and wanting to change. We want to be heard on an equal level as everybody else in this society, and we are in need of your assistance to articulate the message and not to help destroy, dismantle, and express whatever your anger is with whatever your situation is. I know that there are a lot of people that have been cooped up inside, and I don't know what your situation is at home. And I do understand that it is good to be expressive and to release and to let go, but I want to make sure that you are letting go and releasing for a reason. And that when someone pulls you to the side to ask you, why is it that you feel the need to do this, that you must understand exactly what it is you want them to do in response to your actions. Let's be clear about what it is that we want. Let's stay strong about what it is that we want. Allow Black voices to be heard properly for what it is that we need in order to break these chains of oppression that continuously clamp down on us at every level and allow us to finally live in harmony as humans shall do. We live in a world that is not for the people, but for the money. And I understand that now because the silence and the people that have money and have the color that I have right now and who I feel could be more a voice of reason and who I feel could have their hands deeper and deeper in the change that's actually happening rather than just giving me a song to dance to and enjoy my life to. I want you to actually utilize that power and that ability to call whoever you know you can call and make change happen within our Constitution, because that's where the change needs to happen in order for everybody to feel good. I know that you have the ability to. Calling these top people, these money makers, these movers, these shakers, these families, these Rockefellers, these abilities to really help shave and move and help mend the mindset of a group of masses. I know you have access. I need you to call. And I understand why you haven't. Because even your money is probably tied up in so much white hands that it's not really yours. Are you really rich? Why haven't you just stepped aside and created and defined your own lane and advocate for what you want? Do not post and tell me that I should be outside if you don't want to come outside either. Do not post and tell me that I should come outside if you haven't called the Senate, the president, the person who you have on speed dial. If every Black affluent American isn't on Obama's ass right now, I don't know what else I can ask from you. If you have access to your local governor, your local Senate, your local House of Representatives, I need you to call them, to tell your friend that is serving on the other side and let them know that these are the things that we need you fighting for on our behalf on the other side. And we are not going to stop or advocate for stopping of any of this until we actually make change that is going to allow humanity to progress at a better speed of understanding. I do not need you acting out with me. If you are for this cause, if you are for a system that can be just, if you're allowing yourself to go through the history books and see how time and time again, repeatedly, we have done the same things, peacefully, aggressively, that forces have been used against us always in our times of peaceful progression, in our own spaces, keeping it in our own towns, driving us out, moving us to be more embedded around other people, separating us more. Us as African Americans have been separated the most. Us as Black Americans have been separated the most. Us, me, in my lifetime, have experienced the aggressive separation of mother, father, son, brother, sister, cousin, all throughout the system that continues to trickle down in our lifetime and in our span here in America, and we are sick of it. And for the first time, we are coming together and expressing our emotions. And we are emotional. America is emotional. And I just want to say that I understand and I know and I care. And our emotions will lead us to that clarity that is going to help us advocate for the proper change and find that solution that will have us living in a harmonic energy. Love will heal all wounds, and first, in order to love, you must understand. So understand this pain, this oppression. Just like I say all of the time, you have knowledge that flows in your brains. The pain, the trauma, the oppression also flows in your brains, and you won't understand how to overcome or deal with it until it is put right in front of your face. And so here we are. where generations are speaking to each other, asking the generation below them to please wise up for the next time this happens. Well, I'm calling to action now, because we are currently in a time of drastic change, and I need all of us to flip the switch on how we react and think about how we enact those social changes that we need to see happening in our reality here and now. There is no more time to be ignorant. There is no more time to play ignorant. I just want us all to be in alignment with where the change needs to happen, and that's structurally within our Constitution. No longer can we abide by or live by something that was made in the 1800s. Society has processed so much further than that. The way that we judge the food that we ate has gotten so much more critical than that. The medical field has gotten so much more critical than that. How come we haven't taken the one thing that is supposed to protect and keep us all in loving harmonic energy and uprising and fulfilling in our lives? How can we not look back at that thing and say, hey, there's some things we need to tweak, change, and adjust to fit the current mood of man now. It is time to release whatever need of power that overpowers the need to assist and the need to love. I love you. I appreciate you. You mean the world, the moon, the stars, the entire Milky Way galaxy. I want to say to everybody who is out there protesting, stay safe. Understand that great protests that create great impact also take great time and great organization. Listen to each other. Create hand signals, provide help, and all of those allies who have safe spaces for people to be able to live and stay overnight because you know that their areas are being hurt or whatever. Please reach out to those who you know may be in need and provide your help in whichever way that you can. For everybody who is rioting and needs to express your anger that way, be protected, be safe, and think about the places that you are hitting before you do so. Do not just create a mess to create a mess. If you are going to make a statement and make it proud, and be proud that it is you making that statement. People of all other races, stop writing Black Lives Matter on things in spray paint. It doesn't help. It makes us look crazy. And if it's not coming from us, then it's not what we need you to say. I need your help in understanding that we know that the law is written against us. And we want the law to be written for us, just as it is written for everybody else. Let's make amends to the 13th Amendment. Let's create that change within our system structurally that will provide a happier life for my kids one day, for your kids one day, for us in this present day, more peace in this moment. And to all of my fellow Black Americans, my young queens and princesses, my young kings and princes, my elders, my ancestors, thank you for being so strong. Tears don't make you weak, they make you real. Allow them to flow through you. Take a breath and allow yourself to be present in all that it is that you feel, and allow the words to share what it is that you need to be changed within your life. Say and speak and advocate and ask for the help and the assistance that you need and that you deserve. You are everything, 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 everything that you need. And sometimes when you are the most energetically powerful being on this planet and in this universe, you aren't dealt that fair hand. And it's our job and our duty to allow ourselves to clink in and tap into that deep embedded God energy that lives within all of us, protected and elevated by this melanin that we have shining so brightly, activating the magnets in the universe to draw in everything that we need, so that we always are what we need, ready to take action in what we need to advocate for. I love you. I appreciate you. You mean the world, the moon, the stars, the entire Milky Way galaxy to me. And until next time, stay safe, stay loving, stay humble, stay blessed. I love you.